score at 1-1 as they go up against the Atlanta Hawks. Round 1 of the NBA playoffs continues.
We are set to bring you the action as round 1 of the Eastern Conference playoffs continues on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls going up against the Atlanta Hawks. Alongside Hall of Famer Grant Hill, Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. Let's take a look at our starters for Atlanta. We've got Naz Reid. Williams is out there with John Collins. And it's Ford in at the 1 spot. And for the Bulls, R.J. Barrett out there with Jeremy Sohan. And it's Stevenson in at the center position. You look at Chicago, well, they need this one to go their way. Already lost home court advantage.
Yeah, dropping game 1 was a huge gut blow. It seemed to really get them off guard to start off the playoffs.
Now here's Stevenson. Shot clock at 6. Goes back up. The shot, no good. Nice D from Reed. Here's Ford. Outside Reed. Pass to Williams. Over Barrett. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Here's McCain, and it's blocked by Collins.
You can't sleep on Collins' long arms when he's defending you. He'll swat you down all day with that long reach.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Sohan, the pass to Barrett. Here's McCain. Drops in the layup for 2.
A huge sigh of relief. 1 for 5 now. Let's see if they can keep it going.
Here's Atlanta with the ball. Pass to Reed. Here's Haywood. Here's Ford. Hits the trifecta.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
The Bulls have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Now here's Barrett. Right side Stevenson. Misses from close range. The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And Williams punches it home.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Now here's Stevenson. Here's Barrett. And he buries his first look. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. The Hawks have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Collins outside. Here's Ford. Off target from 3-point range.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
The Hawks lead by 3. Collins a screen. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Haywood. Pulls up. Stevenson with a rebound.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Woohoo! Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
And the Hawks with possession here. Chicago making their last shot.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Both teams will make substitutions. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played.
First personal foul. First team foul.
We've got 1:23 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Hardaway. rebound by Atlanta. Here's Ford. Here's Haywood. And here's Moody. The three is up. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. Pass to Stevenson. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Now here's George. Tight defense on him. Here's Haywood. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
It's his first trip to the line. And he makes the first. Also good, so he hits both free throws.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Pass to Alexander. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. It's Barrett on the wing. Clock at 6. Fader on the way. Doesn't go that time. And that does it for the first quarter. Hawks ahead, up by 4. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And let's get you back to the action as Game 2 is getting underway. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Atlanta?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
And the Hawks, looking at who they've got Jalen Williams. He's out there with Moody. And it's George in at the 2. Williams' shot is good.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
The Bulls trail by 7. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Barrett. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Aaron's got his second bucket of the night.
And I love the confidence from Barrett. He enjoys finding room inside and capitalizing.
Outside, Williams. That three's off the mark. And for the Bulls, they're shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great. Pass to Alexander. They set the pick. Jacks up a 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Now here's Moody. And they call an illegal screen here.
Can you believe that's their first turnover? Good ball security has really helped them build this lead.
So both teams changing it up here. Chicago trailing here. Pass to Barrett. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there. Atlanta's gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Back to George. Williams up top. There's the 3. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Now shooting the 3 ball at almost 60%. They've been blazing this second quarter.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just one or two major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen? You should watch the Let's go.
And Atlanta making a change here. Ford's checked in.
Substitution on the court.
Stevenson, the pass to Barrett. Pass to McCain. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Ball violation. Jump ball.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts up a deep three. It's rebounded by George.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking them up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Here's McCain. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Puts up a three. Rebound by Ford. The Hawks lead by 7. And the Hawks tack on 2 more.
And you'd think their lead would hold as long as they continue to shoot like this.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Here's Stevenson to stop the run. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Now a timeout called by Atlanta. Hardaway's checked in for Barrett. And the change for the Hawks. Robinson's checked in. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the first half. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Bulls trail by 7. Here's McCain. Oh, it's stolen. On the push. Here comes Atlanta. The finish. And Collins with the slam.
Oh, a high flyer. Collins playing above the rim and then coming down with force.
Outside Hardaway. Here's McCain. Kicks it out to Hardaway. 6 to shoot. Pass to McCain. From about 19. This is another. Just 1 of 4 from the floor. The Hawks lead by 9. Here's Haywood. Here's Robinson. Stevenson defending. Ford, that's good.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
McCain. And that's not going to go. And so we wrap up the first half. Atlanta on top, up 11. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Thanks for joining us for postseason basketball. Clearly, guys, the second half going to be a tough task for the Chicago Bulls.
To me, it starts with their effort. They have to become more active defensively to prevent easy look shot.
Yeah, the only way to slow down a team with good scores is to disrupt their rhythm. Otherwise, you can fire up that barbecue.
Man, that was 1987 all over again.
Checking out the circumstances for the Chicago Bulls. I'll get straight to it, Kenny. Is this a must-win game for them?
They might not want to admit it, Ernie, but this is a must-win game. I look at this team and I think, if they drop this one, it's going to get into their heads and they're not coming back.
Stop it, Kenny. It's not over yet. They know how to respond when their backs are against the walls.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see how it plays out, huh? Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And thanks for sticking with us as this round one game continues. Jalen Williams really making a difference here.
Well, tonight is a big game, and you have to be impressed with the way he's come out firing.
Well, the lights are bright in this matchup, and he's had no problem playing up to the moment.
The Hawks lead by 11. Jeremy Sohan out there with R.J. Barrett. And it's McCain in at the two-guard spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Such a wide-open look. Williams has got 16 points.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Now here's Stevenson, and the layup falls. Stevenson's got his second basket of the game.
And he's looking to get on a roll here to start the second half.
Well, that's how to start the second half strong. Going right at the rim and building some positive momentum.
Here's Williams. 16 points for him. Collins, no good. Pass to Barrett. Here's McCain. To the paint. Here's Stevenson. Shoots over Collins. Off the left rim and out.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
Here's Ford. He's got 7. Pass to Haywood. Clock at 6. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Here's McCain. Inside. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Outside, Williams. Back to Collins. The Hawks need to get one up here. Beyond the arc. Williams misses.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Outside Barrett. Stevenson against Reed. Stevenson, the pass to Sohan. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Naz Reid. Chicago shooting their first free throws here for the night.
At the line for the Bulls, Sohan. 2 shots.
That one's off. And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Jalen Williams really making a difference here.
Well, I'd think about throwing something new at him. Maybe bring another defender, force the ball out of his hands.
And he sinks the second. Atlanta leading by 11. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Outside Reed to end the drought. Drains the triple. Reed's got his first 3 points of the game.
Imagine how much bigger this lead might be if he were a little more selfish.
Sohan outside. Pass to Stevenson.
2 minutes.
Here's McCain.
2 minutes.
Now here's Barrett. Williams defending. Shot clock at 5. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Sohan. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Sohan's gotten 4 this quarter.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Our loudest fans are getting t-shirts. Who wants one?
George, he's checked in for the Hawks. A minute 39 left in the third quarter of the game. And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Atlanta shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Williams taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. And Williams drops them both. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Sohan outside. Pass to Stevenson. George defending. Stevenson with a screen on George. And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball. And we have to take another look at that block.
Yeah, this is the elevated energy level you expect in the postseason. Chasing down blocks and making an impact.
Sohan outside. Stevenson with a screen on Williams. Here's Sohan. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on Naz Reid.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Chicago shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. So both teams making some changes here. And the second free throw is good. The Hawks lead by 12. 1:03 left in the third. Pass to Jose. Back to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Yep, that one's good. Williams has got 20.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Pass to Sohan. And there's a pick. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Barrett's got 6.
Such a gutsy player. Barrett takes on challenging defenders in style and stays in control.
Here's Ford. 7 points in the game. 4-3. And he can't get that one. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Atlanta on top, up by 12. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
Great to have you with us again as we return to our coverage of round one. And the Hawks, looking at who they've got. John Collins out there with Moody. Then there's George. And it's Haywood in at the small forward position. Pass to Hardaway. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. Hardaway's got his first points of the game.
The size advantage gives him a nice, clean look from mid-range.
Now Collins. And there's the screen. Pulls it. Stevenson with a rebound. Stevenson's got 5 rebounds tonight. George defending. Three-pointer, no good. Atlanta leading by 10. A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Haywood shot is off.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
George defending. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. 3 on 3. Shoots it from the corner. Haywood, good.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
The Bulls have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now.
Make the noise stand for the one and only Chicago Bulls.
Both teams deciding to change it up. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. He showed a lot of trust in his players. He said to them, quote, "You already know what to do, guys. Don't lose focus on the big picture now. Go out and get this win for us." Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Stevenson. Looking to get back on track. Pass to McCain. Here's the 3. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. And Williams has got the ball here for Atlanta. Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Reed sets a screen. Ford on target from range. And the Hawks lead by 15.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
And also, their mid-range game has been outstanding. They're just finding holes in the defense and exploiting them.
And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot.
Stevenson against Reed. He's off on that one. Some solid defense from Stevenson. To the inside. Sohan, the pass to Barrett. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
Yeah, look at Barrett being resourceful on offense. Not passing up those mid-range shot opportunities.
The Hawks lead by 11. Pass to Ford. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Reed can't hit. Chicago has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Yeah, the aggressive mindset of Barrett. Looking to score and force defenses into difficult situations.
R.J. Barrett. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He gets the first, and that brings him within 10.
And with Barrett, we know he can score the ball. Now he must focus on becoming a better passer and facilitator.
And Barrett drops them both. And so it's Atlanta with it. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Pass to Reed. Outside, Williams. And here's Collins. 5 to shoot. And Collins with the jam.
So that's the end of game 2. No question, this is a big win for the Hawks.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
This team is playing with confidence and heart right now. They're in control of this series so far.
Yeah, no question. They're the more cohesive team right now, just going out there and executing their game plan.
And what a huge performance it was for Jalen Williams.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping. .10 left in the fourth quarter. Here's McCain. They set a pick. Plenty of space. That
That one's good. Nothing but net.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Ford.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Atlanta, Ford. At the line for 2.
He hits the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits. Both shots good from the stripe.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
Outside Barrett. Stevenson with a screen on Williams. The 3, Barrett. That one doesn't drop.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
So we see the Hawks taking the W here. And this win shows they have the momentum so far in this series. Up 2 games to none now.
They just look so confident out there. They're playing selfless ball, and their chemistry has never looked better.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Jalen Williams.
see Cool G rap, but right now you finna see Cool G rock. Big guy with a look. Ring, ring, for the dot.
I lose my mind, put on a new one. I guess what they say about the mind, kinda true, huh?
The first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. The Bulls, with a Game 3 opportunity to dig themselves out of a 2-0 hole. They will need to bring all they can muster against the Atlanta Hawks. Round 1 of the NBA playoffs continues.
Welcome, everyone, to Game 3 of this Eastern Conference Round 1 matchup. 2-0 so far. Perhaps the tide can turn in this one. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me at the table, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we've also got Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Sohan is out there with Barrett. Then it's Stevenson. And it's McCain in at the shooting guard position. And for Atlanta, Naz Reid out there with Collins. Then there's Haywood. Then it's Jalen Williams. And it's Ford in at the point. Take a look at the Hawks. Shocking the world, winning 2 on the road to start this series. Greg, if they win tonight, their lead could be insurmountable.
No doubt. They have a chance to win both at home and close this thing out, but their opponent is the higher seed for a reason. Momentum can shift very quickly, and sometimes when you lose it, you can't get it back.
Very hard, you're right. And it's slammed in by Stevenson.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Ford with the ball. Pass to Collins. Reid with a screen for Collins. Over in the corner, Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Collins. Nailed from three-point land.
And you love how instant Collins' shot can be. Gets a pass and wastes no time in releasing it.
Here's McCain. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one drops. Both good from the line that time.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Hawks, so we started to talk about R.J. Barrett. Coach complimented him, saying he's got great energy, a great build, and he knows how to score. So I'm telling the guys to stick to him like glue and just keep the pressure on. We'll see if that high-pressure defense can shut Barrett down tonight. Kevin?
Thanks, David. And that one's good by Stevenson.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Haywood, and it's blocked by Stevenson. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Here's Sohan. Kicks it out to Stevenson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
Pass to Sohan. Here's McCain. Haywood covering, and he makes that one.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. Making a switch here. George is checked in. The Hawks trail by 5. Pass to Ford. Barrett against Haywood. For Barrett. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
Stevenson, a screen on 4. Here's McCain. Guarded by Reed. McCain's shot is off. Williams in the post. Defended by Sohan. Haywood gets to 4. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. The Bulls leading by 3. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's McCain. Defended by George. Stevenson setting the pick for Barrett. Rebound by the Hawks. They come into this game following a tremendous win on Wednesday.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
And you talk to coaches around the league, and they'll tell you sometimes the ball just goes in. It's as simple as that.
I love seeing Barrett cash in there. He knows he has what it takes to finish through contact.
Here's Ford. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Here's McCain. Here's Stevenson. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. The Bulls have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And that one misses. The Hawks trail by 4. To Juzang. Williams with a clean look. Offline with his 3. All the way up top. Here's Stevenson. And it's Stevenson finishing it off.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And so it's Chicago, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. Back to the action in just a minute. And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
The Bulls leading by 6. We've got George. Williams is out there with Moody. And it's Juzang in at the small forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Pass to Williams. Germanenko with the rebound.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Through Grinitz. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Hawks shooting a putrid 25% from the field. Poor shot selection all around. Fires for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Stevenson. The tray. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now, here's Moody. He's guarded by Stevenson. And it's blocked by Stevenson. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Gillespie. Knocked away. And here is Williams. He has yet to score. Shot clock at 6. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Hawks shooting their first free throws of this game.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for. Both teams deciding to change it up. And so he makes both from the line. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Inside. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Bulls lead by 8.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Hawks making a change here. Ford's checked in. Chicago making a switch here. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 8-point game. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And it's only their first turnover here, so they've done a great job of protecting the rock.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And this is postseason play at its finest, refusing to give up shots here in the playoffs.
Pass to McCain. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Back to Barrett. 5 on the clock. Over Haywood. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And that's a foul called on Germanenko. That's his first foul. Moody's checked in for the Hawks. And Chicago also making a switch. Hardaway's checked in. Here's Collins. There's the pick. Here's Ford. The Hawks again can't hit. The Bulls leading by 8. Esparza defended by George. Pass to McCain. Now Dermanenko. He's guarded by Collins.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bulls?
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
And the first one at the line is good. And he makes both free throws. Here's George. Still yet to score. Pass to Haywood. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. George with no one around. A three-pointer is right on target. George has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's McCain, guarded by Ford. Onside, Barrett. 6 on the shot clock. And the Bulls with another miss.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
It's deflected. The Bulls leading by 7. 44 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Hardaway. Esparza defended by George. Esparza out to Barrett. They set the pick. Over Moody. Barrett, no good.
Well, some trips you get the shot on one, it just doesn't fall. I'd go back to him in that area on the floor.
Now, here is Ford. And he gets the bucket. And now it's only a 5-point Bulls lead.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's Chicago leading by 5. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Jason Kidd. Jason, how do you feel about your team's performance?
I feel great. You know, we're sharing the ball, we're making the extra pass, but we're attacking the paint, and if we can continue to do that, it puts us in a good seat.
Jason, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Some great postseason action in the first half of play. A healthy lead has been built for the Chicago Bulls.
Love that they're taking high percentage shots, and it hasn't been easy for them. It's hard to score inside when the defense is collapsing on you.
Who needs three-pointers anyway?
Kenny did.
So thank you, Ernie.
Checking out how the Hawks are doing in this series. A dream start. 2 wins on the road, and now a chance to go up 3-zip at home.
Well, they're definitely sitting in a good place, but they got to watch their backs.
Yeah, overconfidence could be their downfall. They can't get complacent and miss a chance to widen their lead.
Yeah, I like the chances. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round 1. So for Chicago right now, they've got Stevenson. RJ Barrett is out there with Jeremy Sohan. And it's McCain in at the 2. Wants to get it to Stevenson and does. It's good. Stevenson's got the first points of the second half here for the Bulls.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Collins, a screen on Barrett. Here's Williams, and again, it's Atlanta. And here are the Bulls now. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Sohan. Stevenson against Reed. Here's McCain. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. McCain's got 6 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Haywood with the ball. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. Atlanta calls timeout.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Yeah, we can see over here. The coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
on the clock. Collins, that's a two-pointer. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And it's Sohan missing. The Hawks trail by 7. Here's Ford. He's got 5. There's a screen by Collins. Over in the corner, Williams. From past the arc. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Rough start to the second half for them. Only getting one of the past 4 shots to fall.
Back to Sohan. Battles through traffic and lays it in. And the Bulls lead by 9.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Haywood, no good.
Yeah, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Here's McCain, guarded by 4. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Bulls have gone 4 for 5 from the cherry stripe in this one up to now.
Shoot 2.
The first one falls. George is checked in for John Collins. Both shots good from the stripe. The Hawks trail by 11. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Pass to McCain. Stevenson, a screen on 4. A nice shot by McCain.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle.